First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, welcome to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thanks for joining us. We are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, our website, and our apps. And I'd just like to remind you of that every time you join, in case this is your first time, and maybe it is because you want to see AJ Styles. I'm not going to make you wait too long. He is, of course, competing at the Royal Rumble on Saturday. Not in the Royal Rumble, but in the Fatal 4 match where he's taking on Roman Reigns, in part also Randy Orton and LA Knight, to compete for that Universal Championship. Of course, he has many championships before this, so this is not something new for him. However, pretty exciting to actually get to talk to him. It's going to be a huge event, clearly. And so you only get a few minutes during these kinds of interviews, so I tried to get through as much as I could during that. But one thing I wanted to know, he's been around for so long, his wrestling career, covering so many different organizations overseas, and now, of course, WWE. I wanted to know how he still prepares for all of these after going through so much. And so that's where we start off with this interview. Let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Well, nothing changes for me. I'm going to get ready the way I've always gotten ready. I've actually taken it more seriously as I've gotten older, just trying to get ready for any kind of match at this point. But I've always worked hard. I always stay in the gym. I always try to have my cardio on point. But as much as I'm prepared to be in the ring, it's hard to prepare for a match like this that I'm getting into with Roman Reigns, LA Knight, and Randy Orton.
And I think bringing that up too, just your career, you have such a storied career. You've wrestled so many different people. You've been in this industry for a while. Talking about the industry, what are some of the biggest changes that you've seen over the span of your career? Both positive, I guess, positive.
Well, I now work for the biggest wrestling company in the world, where I've been on the other side of that coin. But these are all positive. The experience that I've had in WWE have always been amazing. It's the little things that make the day go a little bit easier with it, whether it be catering or the people that I'm working with or the production value of WWE. It's unbelievable. It's a great place to work.
And seeing that production value, it is amazing. I just went and saw Raw when I was here in Portland. And, something I also want to bring up too is just, it seems that it's growing so much, just the world of professional wrestling, but bringing in so many fans. What do you think it is about wrestling as a whole that continues to keep these fans in it, but also bring in new people constantly?
It's pure entertainment. This is what we do, and we have to be smarter to make up these storylines and whatnot that go along with it, because without the storylines, it's just wrestling, and we want more than that as fans, right? So I think that's the one thing. It's the stories that we're able to put on. It's unbelievable athletes that we have now. I would say probably the best ever in WWE history, the athletes that are coming through here. It's a lot of the things that we can put together and have a great show with.
Yeah, the storylines are amazing, but you're right. The athleticism, and as you even mentioned at the beginning, the training and everything that goes into it to make sure, injuries are going to happen for sure, but the amount of training that you do is so impressive. Something else I just wanted to bring up, and I just because of your career in this and talking about those storylines that have always been so consistent, if you could pick any wrestler from the past that you have not wrestled, who would it be and why?
Well, there's always guys that are great and that I have had the pleasure of being in the ring with, but I always want to learn from those guys that I get in the ring with. And so for me, it'd be like Eddie Guerrero. I feel like that we had a similar style, a similar height, similar build, and that we could get in there and really have some really fun matches. And at the same time, I'd be able to learn from someone like him.
What does it feel like for you to go into the ring every time, but being that arena with all of that crowd cheering or booing? What does it feel like for you to still be able to do that every year?
Well, I can tell you there's a reason why I'm still doing it. I'm in my 40s and still I'm hooked on it, just like everybody else who's ever walked down that aisle, gets in that ring and looks and sees a sea of people. There's something about it that you just don't ever want to let go. But it's pretty amazing. Hard to put it into words, but the WWE universe has made it worthwhile for sure.
Is the energy more exciting being a hero or a heel?
Ooh, that's a tough one. It's definitely fun. I think to the core of me, I'm a baby face guy. I enjoy seeing kids smile like that, and I like being able to make them smile. But as a bad guy, if I can get you mad, that always, that's almost as good as a feeling as you can get. So almost have the old lady jump over the guardrail and come and take your head off. That's a good feeling. So it has its moments, I guess you'd say. It's hard to pick one.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I would think that heel roll would be a lot of fun, though, getting people stirred up like that. Well, for this match, what do you want to let people know about coming up here with Royal Rumble? Say somebody's coming into this and they've never seen it before. We're talking about those new fans. They're coming into this. What should they expect when they watch AJ Styles wrestle in this Fatal 4-Way?
Well, I think you should expect an unbelievable athletic performance by myself and with the guys that I don't really care for, who I'm facing for the WWE Championship. You got the heavyweight champion Roman Reigns, who's had the title for I think close to, I feel like 3 years. Randy Orton, who's been in the business in WWE for so long, it's probably time for him to get the championship back. And LA Knight, who's taken a long road like myself to get here and is more hungry than probably any of us to have it. But then there's me, who doesn't like to get beat at anything, whether it be video games or Monopoly. I don't like to get beat. So it is a recipe for an unbelievable match that is going to take place at the Royal Rumble.
Really quick, just that, since you mentioned video games, what are the video games you're playing right now?
Oh, man, I'm still hooked on PUBG, and I think I'm going to jump and throw my hat back into the Tekken market, the fighting games.
Nice. Tekken, okay. And which character in Tekken?
Hashi Mashima.
All right.
Wrong? I don't know. He's my guy.
All right, there we go. The things people want. Well, AJ, I know we have limited time, so I'm going to let you go. But thank you very much for joining me here. Really, really appreciate it. Best of luck this weekend, and looking forward to the match.
All right, my friend. Take care.
All right, so there we go. AJ Styles right here on Fox 12 Now. So thanks to WWE and him for getting a chance to talk to him earlier today. So thank you also to everybody who's watching. This is Fox 12 Now. As I mentioned, lots of different segments and things that you can check out. We cover a wide variety of topics here on this show. Earlier today, we were talking about deepfakes and how they could affect elections. We were talking about how to clean up yard debris, and now we're talking to a wrestler. So that shows that we've got a little something for everybody here on this show. And we'd like to keep it that way. If you have a topic that you think we should cover, please feel free to send me an email. You can send that to fox12now@kptv.com. That's fox12now@kptv.com, and I can see if maybe it's something we can get in. We always will be here as well for breaking news, if that should happen anytime between 1 and 4 p.m. Generally speaking, we're going to be here, and we'll be able to bring you that as soon as we find out what that is. So whatever platform you're on, wherever you're watching now, that's where we'll be bringing you the information as soon as we get it. But for now, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.